Welcome to History's Remnants, where we visit antique and resale stores looking for history and oddities. Today we are entering the land of cheese for Always Remember That Antique Mall. When Nichelle Nichols began her portrayal of Lieutenant Uhura on Star Trek in 1966, she had no idea what she was stepping into. The communications officer character was created to add diversity to the cast, with the name Uhura coming from the Swahili word uhuru, meaning freedom. In 1967, after the first season, Nichelle was ready to hang up her communicator and return to her theater background. Fortunately, a meeting with Martin Luther King Jr. changed her mind. King expressed to her that Uhura was a representation of the future. "You are our image of where we're going. You're 300 years from now, and that means that's where we are, and it takes place now. Keep doing what you are doing. You are our inspiration." Nichols continued on the show for its last 2 seasons, several movies, and a cartoon series inspiring several big names like Whoopi Goldberg and Dr. Mae Jemison, the first black woman to fly aboard the space shuttle. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Born Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali converted to Islam and changed his name in 1964. In April 1967, Ali gave another not as famous quote, "I ain't got no quarrel with those Viet Cong." Ali refused being drafted for the Vietnam War and was subsequently convicted for draft dodging. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison, which he was able to avoid while he appealed, fined $10,000, and banned from boxing for 3 years. He was even stripped of his championship title. In 1969, newly married John Lennon and Yoko Ono held a pair of what they called bed-ins, a modified version of a sit-in protest. The couple spent about a week in each hotel room entertaining guests and the press while encouraging an end to the Vietnam War. From these bed-ins came the anti-war anthem, "Give Peace a Chance." The song was recorded by the pair along with other celebrity performers, Tommy Smothers, Timothy Leary, Allen Ginsberg, and Petula Clark, while in their hotel room at the Queen Elizabeth's Hotel in Montreal. Adapted from the Brothers Grimm fairy tale and debuting in 1937, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is Disney's first full-length animated feature film. Disney went on to adapt many of his famous works from public domain and fairy tales: Pinocchio, Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, The Little Mermaid, and Aladdin, just to name a few. Built before parents worried about fire hazards or considered there could be any safety issues with children using flaming hot irons searing drawings into pieces of wood, craft sets like this were sold because there's nothing worse than idle hands. And yet, this candle dipping kit that few respectable children would get caught using has a warning to use only under adult supervision. Who was that masked man? The Lone Ranger has had multiple incarnations through the years, from the 2013 Disney movie with Armie Hammer and Johnny Depp back to his 1933 radio show. In this board game from 1980, players became the Lone Ranger and moved around the game board to capture outlaws and collect rewards. Did I do that? Family Matters started as a simple family sitcom in 1989, airing on ABC's TGIF Friday night lineup. But a few episodes into the show, Steve Urkel is introduced as a one-time character. The nerdy neighbor and stalker of the elder daughter Laura wormed his way into a recurring role, and his catchphrases involving cheese and subscribing accident blame made him a central character for the show's 9 seasons. The Olsen twins may have started as child actresses, sharing the duty of playing Michelle Tanner on Full House, but they have grown to multi-million-dollar business moguls. In the 90s and early 2000s, the product known as Mary-Kate and Ashley included home videos, video games, and all the hottest tween accessories. In 1979, Strawberry Shortcake made her first sweet appearance as a greeting card character for American Greetings. Throughout the 80s, her fruity-scented world was expanded, and she upgraded from a shortcake house to a giant strawberry mansion. Strawberry and her friends starred in multiple TV specials and were featured on merchandise ranging from clothes and dolls to bedroom accessories like curtains, bedding, and trash cans. Did you know that Strawberry Shortcake featured possibly the first transgendered children's cartoon character? Plum Puddin' was originally known as a boy, but after disappearing for a couple of years was reintroduced as a similarly dressed girl. Johnny Carson once joked, "There is only one fruitcake in the entire world, and people keep sending it to each other year after year." This fruit and nut-filled confection has become the butt of jokes, its reputation tarnished by subpar grocery store knockoffs. The idea of fruitcake dates back to Roman times when fruit, nuts, and honeyed wine were mixed with barley mash and molded into a cake. Using candied fruit and plenty of alcohol gave this dessert the popular feature of a low spoilage rate, enabling families to have delicious fruit long after the growing season. Between the Act cigars were specially designed to be small so that they are easily smoked in limited time periods like, as the name implies, between acts of a play, and despite its size, it was still wrapped in tobacco instead of a paper wrapper like a cigarette. Thanks for watching, and check out our other videos for fun and interesting finds. If you liked the video, remember to like and subscribe. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest for more between the video content.